everyone, I'm Alexis the Egoqueen. Love me, I know you do. And welcome to another episode of Queen's Court, a Dark Heresy roleplay. And from here, I'll let Viggy take over.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. I am Viggy the GM, and welcome back to the Queen's Court. When we last left our heroes, having received a new briefing from Inquisitor Hunt, the warband sets off down into the Gallows Way, a wretched place where the dead of Hive Disolium are taken and processed. Arriving at Charnel House 17, the Acolytes witness a scene of carnage. Blood and gore are strewn everywhere, and on top of the corpse pile of on top of a corpse pile, a singular figure lies with a pendant that radiates the foulness of the warp. Overseeing this crime scene is Oath Captain Catian Niels, who assists the Acolytes after some initial hesitation. Learning that the dead man with the pendant is one of the three brothers Fane, Darnis Fane, the Acolytes set forth to investigate the neighboring Charnel Houses for possible connections to the Red Walk, a flesh-cutter gang that split off from the Red Lions and is led by one Vornis Crimson. And we return. However, before play begins proper, there is something that must be taken care of. Toby, I require you to roll a d10. You will want to roll 4 or lower, and anything above that is worse, and the higher it is, the worse it gets. Oh my. This is not a test, so you can't fate point it.
I love you, Toby.
Because you rolled the highest thing possible, I'm just going to read out the effects that happen just straight from the book. So prepare your anus. You wake up in a daze. Everything is dark, and you are covered in a sticky substance almost from head to toe. The last thing that you remember was drinking yourself absolutely shit-faced in the Screaming Wheel Cantina, and something about Brecht and the others dragging you off. Here comes the thing that happened. Using detox, that's the drug that was injected into you, however, is both painful and debilitating and can cause several unpleasant side effects such as vomiting, nosebleeds, and a great voiding of the bowels. Upon taking this drug, a character is stunned for a number of rounds equal to d10 minus his toughness bonus. A result of 0 or less means that the character suffers no ill effects. You see now why I made you roll that d10. So, you are currently in a whole heap of a mess in what appears to be the trunk of an auto carriage. What do you want to do?
What the hell can I do?
I mean, you have the microbead in your ear still. I mean, your face is a bit covered in vomit, but that thing seems to be working.
I don't know what to do.
Do you want to sit still in the fetal position?
Sure.
Well, that works. So, as the rest of the party walks out of Charnel House 17 and back into the slick, oily rain of the Gallows Way, you can hear a soft sobbing through your microbead and take a wild guess that it's Toby. And does someone want to open the trunk and let him out?
I suppose I will.
All right. You move to the back of the auto carriage and pop open the trunk. Does Tarvok still have his olfactory senses?
I'm unsure, probably.
So
Can he smell the stank?
he can smell the stank hard. I need you to roll an awareness test for me, and this is smell-based.
This is the thing that's happening.
I mean, you will get a plus 60 to this, so that's a thing.
This is a great thing that's happening.
I know. Did you type in plus?
I did.
Well, you shouldn't have
What?
done that. I mean, you made it either way, and you can smell both feces and vomit, and a hint of blood mixed in. And before you, you see the wretched mess that is Tobian. Who wants the unenviable task of hosing him down?
I will do it as well. Laughing
I am
maniacally.
not touching that at all.
Who wants to help Tarvok?
Disgusting.
I'm just gonna stand there trying not to laugh, or at least let it be heard through my gas mask.
No takers, I guess. I mean, don't volunteer all at once.
I sit back in the car.
Very well. You see, Tobian, you see Carpath, the Ren's head servant, walking into view from the front of the auto carriage. He appears to be carrying a gigantic case, and he calmly explains, whilst holding the bridge of his nose, "Sir, your Inquisitor sent you a package. I do believe you can change into this."
As long as there's a fresh pair of underpants, that'll be great.
I'm pretty sure there are. Now, there is a facility inside the Charnel House we can use. So, Carpath hands Tarvok the armor case and hurries along back into the driver's seat. I'm guessing the rest of the party is taking their place inside the auto carriage.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So, going quickly through, Tarvok and Tobian head into the Charnel House and Tobian gets hosed down and has his brand new armor. Congratulations, you just got your Militarum Tempestus carapace.
While giving it to him, I do say a small blessing for the armor.
Ah.
And apologizing that it has to be on Tobian.
What a dick.
I mean, it works. Hell, it might even save his life. So, having received his fresh new armor and underwear, Tobian and Tarvok walk back to the auto carriage. Actually, I should probably explain to Toby what he's looking at. So, imagine just how bad things got the further down you got. This is the point before you get into the underhive. Everything here is either not working, completely collapsed, or just absolutely horrible in every way, including the people. So, yeah. And there's a constant dripping rain, if it can be called that. It's mostly just liquid that's seeping down from the upper parts of the hive, covering everything in an oily sheen. So, Carpath speaks up and says, "My lady, I must take Captain Serena back to Hastenham's Manor, and I also have to clean the auto carriage, so by your leave, I will take him back."
That is fine.
Excellent. And he drives towards... Actually, where were you going to go? I thought you had a location in mind. You were going to find that...
to that one house, right?
That had the Red Walk connection, at least, that
Yes.
you thought of. Yes. So, that would be... Let's see, what was his name? That would be... here it is. It's Jade Geese of Charnel House 5, and I'm gonna write that down because I'm pretty sure I didn't pronounce that crap. Or Jade Geese? Man, that is a stupid looking sounding name of Charnel House 5. So, from what you heard from Oath Captain Niels, that man has some connection to the Red Walk. So, that would be your first stop. I'm guessing you still have your umbrella.
Yes, I do.
Right. So, as you walk the distance towards Charnel House 5, roll for me an awareness test against your fellowship. Plus 20. So, just roll a normal awareness and your target should be 65, I think. Let me check.
Oh, I forgot to put the plus in.
You still got it.
That's fine. Yeah. You got it easily. So, as you are walking through this desolate and rain-slicked place, you notice that the people of this place, if people can be called, are staring at you. Though they do not have hostile intent in their eyes, they do look at you as though you are some creature of myth. They do not seem to believe that you are simply walking among them.
Wow, this is creepy.
No one, of course, dares approach, seeing how you are quite armed and armored. Well, you have a
tighter grip, and I'm gonna take a tighter grip on my my long las, and walk down the road with that.
All right.
Well, holding it up on one shoulder and holding the umbrella.
Oh,
wait,
right.
Switch that to pistol. There we go. That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, that would have been unwieldy as all get. So, as you arrive at Charnel House 5, you can see that the faux religious trappings are missing from this Charnel House, adopting a more industrial look than the other house, than Charnel House 17. You can see that the house beside it, which is no doubt the residency of one Jade Geese, appears to be well lit and maintained, though the accursed rain puts a damper on everything. Do you have a plan to approach this?
Can someone tell me what the hell is going on and why I'm here?
I guessed fill in.
Actually, tell them, because Toby doesn't actually know. You can't cast fill-in. Fill-in is for when every player knows and characters have to swap information quick. This does not work.
I know that. That was the joke. Well, Tobian, while you were busy defecating, we have been sent on a mission by the Inquisitor, as you saw inside that.
He didn't see it. Oh yeah, he did see. You walked through it. True.
Yes. We've been sent to investigate the goings-on of that massacre, and our findings have left us and have led us here.
No, that wasn't me when I was drunk. What a relief.
Guys, I just thought of something. Isn't this the same gang that we are heading to that I had annihilated?
I believe it is a subgroup of that one, a splinter group, as it were.
I doubt, though, that it was annihilated, as you say.
Well, those men were unreliable. But what do we do if they recognize me?
Have they seen you?
Most likely not, but my name could have been spread around.
Yeah,
Don't say your name.
We'll just call you Princess, like always.
Well, they know
Fine.
Roseless, but they do not know Lockwood, I would presume.
Very well. Now, what's the plan?
I would suggest we try our standard negotiations while our friend Harlock stays back and prepares to annihilate anyone who stands in our way.
Well, it doesn't look like there's any trees down here.
I mean, if there were trees, they do have plenty of rain.
And the cover of this weather should be enough to give him ample cover. Harlock, can you shoot straight in these conditions?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, then I guess a direct approach is what we're going to do. Fun.
There is one other thing that needs to be clarified. Is Toby does Toby have the green light for any expediencies?
Explain?
Psychic powers, magic speeds things along.
Gotcha.
So does he?
Tobian?
Is this going to be an in-character thing, or just...
No, this is out of character. This is just
I
something
was confused.
Sorry.
I'll use it as necessary.
Oh, that was the GM speaking. So, if necessary, just wanted to double check. So, final approach.
Oh, before we walk in, I'd like to hide that power knife up my sleeve
Sure.
for quick access.
I thought he was going to say something else for a second.
I really thought that too.
Prison rules, bitch!
Yeah, tis funny. So, as you approach Charnel, the residency, besides Charnel House 7, Charnel House 5, there is a great big plasteel door that has been engraved with some fine etchings, though, again, the rain appears to have... what's the word I'm looking for? It matted it. Yeah, weathered or matted down. That's what I'm looking for. So, again, a great big door knocker in the shape of a giant hammer is in the center of the door.
I'm going to put my pistol in its pouch and bang on the door.
A minute passes, because Tarbok's keeping count, before the imposing door opens up and a whip-thin looking man with black hair and an aquiline nose appears in the doorway and says, "Who are you? You don't look like sanctuaries."
My name is Rin. I'm here to talk to your leader.
And who do you presume that is? Just say the name that I said.
I have no idea how to say that name.
Jade Geese.
Jade Geese?
Yeah, it's... Hell, I can barely pronounce that, so...
Mr.
So just say...
Geese.
That's fair enough. Well, you're in luck. I'm him.
We have matters to discuss with you. Mind if we come in?
Well, that's a shame, because I don't have matter to speak with you, and he moves to close the door.
This is
Does
of
anyone-
utmost importance.
Roll a charm test. And he is going to roll his willpower against you. So...
It's a charm, not command. I guess it'd be the same target.
Oh crap, that's the wrong thing. There we go. He rolls. You got a 24. Ouch. Fate point?
Yes, I'm going to be using a fate point.
There you go. Much
Yay.
better. So,
I'm going to like put my hand on the door before he closes it and say that.
oh, why didn't you say that earlier? And he opens the door again. As you enter the residency, it appears moderately wealthy, nothing that any noble up in the apex would consider close enough to being good, but this man clearly lives better than the rabble outside. And he leads you down into what appears to be a lounge of some sorts. A roaring fire is in the back of the lounge, with various fake leather couches strewn about. He takes a seat and a glass of Amazec from the table next to his couch. So, what can I help you with?
I'd like to ask your connection to what happened. Wait.
Charnel House 17 was
Thank you.
the location.
I'd like to ask you what your connection is to Charnel House 17.
Oh, the Fanes? Well, I can't say that I share much of a connection, besides the obvious trade that we share in. So I guess you could say that we are business rivals, if anything.
Sure must be nice that he's gone then.
Who is gone?
Oh, you're unaware.
I mean, you can roll scrutiny against Fellowship to check if he's lying.
How do I roll that?
You roll, so you go to your sheet, and next to scrutiny, it should say PER, as in perception. So if you open the drop-down menu next to scrutiny, you should be able to switch it to Fellowship.
Okay.
And also, if anyone else wants to roll scrutiny against Fellowship,
Son of a
they can.
bitch.
Ooh, close. So, any other takers?
Fuck it, I'll give it a shot.
Remember, Toby, remember that you have a unique thing that you can do. Also, Harlock would have had some minuses on his because he's listening through the microbead.
Mm.
So I didn't give you one, but it didn't matter.
That's good.
Don't worry, Tarvok. Everything appears to be fine. Well,
Looks like I'm gonna have to do it.
I mean, you don't have to do it, but you can.
I wouldn't.
I guess.
Like, wait for something juicy. So, the man, as he, if he is feigning ignorance, you cannot tell, and he answers, "No, I was aware that Tormus and Feru had been... I was aware that Tormus had gone missing for some time, and I always thought he was dead. And Feru keeps coming and going like so many... like the... I have no analogy for this. He just says he keeps coming and going. But that would only... did you actually tell him who died?
No, not yet.
Okay, so he says that and trails off, swirling his amasek.
So a few other of your business partners have gone missing.
Oh, please. Everyone in the Gallows Way knows that Tormus is missing, and Feru is about as reliable as Grox in heat.
Well, that's a disgusting image.
I know.
But what can you tell us about the circumstances of them going missing?
I'm not sure what you're inferring. What? Truth be told, I am quite curious as to who, as to who you are working for. As you're obviously not sanctuaries, so you're not part of Cadian's group.
It's a bit above her pay grade.
Well, it appears to me that did you actually? You haven't told him anything else.
Nope.
Well, I'm trying to figure out what this guy knows real quick. Above her pay grade. My. Was there a great big disaster in Charnel House in 17?
Enough to call in some investigators.
Oh, and does that mean you're arbitres?
We work for them, yes.
Roll to save with the +10. Man, oh man. Would you like to fate point that?
I've already used one.
I mean, you have 4. I mean, you have 3 left, so...
Yeah, I'm gonna use one.
Do it.
Oh, fucking hell!
Oh, dear. Toby, do you want to step in and save the day?
Yeah.
Actually, hold on. Wait just a tick. I'll set you up. I'm gonna have to see some identification. I have to some ID, he says, taking another sip of his Amazek. Time to Jedi mind trick.
Ah, he beat me to it. You don't need to see him again. These aren't the droids you're looking for.
No, you say. Actually, I'm just going to put some words in your mouth and say you've already seen, and tell him that he's already seen our badges. Please don't fuck this up.
If this doesn't work, I have an idea.
Oh boy. Why am I more apprehensive now than before Knight spoke?
We
There
showed
you-
your identification at the door, sir.
He rolls his eyes a bit. Oof, staring at his arms like strong stuff. Oof, oh, yes, of course.
Trust me.
Actually, he needs to roll willpower against this before anything happens. So let's go to
A lot of
that.
these success to beat, though.
Don't worry. I mean, he probably won't. Yeah, he failed horribly. You're fine. He needed like 6 degrees of success, which he can't get unless he crits. So that's the thing. Actually, no, he doesn't beat it then. A crit doesn't beat opposed. Never mind. That's just me thinking. Yeah. Oof, strong stuff. And takes another sip. Apparently not heeding his own advice. Oh, so how may I help you find arbitrators? Though I must admit, your disguise leaves, and he's addressing you, Ren, and he says your disguise leaves something to be desired. You draw a bit too much attention.
We had work to do in the upper hive as well.
I guess, well, wardrobe malfunctions and all that. So, what else can I help you, fine upholders of the law with?
Well, we have somebody that you know that has been murdered. Another person that you know has gone missing. Please, explain.
Well, you haven't told me who has died and who has gone missing.
Out of character. Who was it that died? I forgot the name.
Darnus Fane. I'll write it down. He was the youngest brother of the three. There we go. And I'll write the other.
So that's his brother, right?
Yeah, so that's the youngest, that's the middle brother, and that's the oldest brother. So in ascending order.
What do you know about your brother's whereabouts? The older one.
Oh, he's not their brother.
I thought he was.
No, sorry, he isn't. So these
My
three
bad.
brothers. This is. Oh man. Geese. Yeah, he's Jade Geese. Let's just call him a geese, like a goose. This man is a flock of geese.
What do you know about the brothers' fame?
Like I told you already, they run Charnel House 17, and two of them are either not around or hiding somewhere.
Well, we just found Darnas's body.
Somewhere. Oh my. What trouble has he got? Did he get himself into this time?
Enough to get himself killed. We need to know a list of his enemies.
Well, there's the there's his brothers. I'd consider them to be his enemies. He was, let's just say, always hiding in their shadow. Darnus didn't actually run anything in Charnel House 17. He did menial tasks, although he would never admit it. His brother Faru ran the Charnel House, and like I said, Tormus has been missing for some time, which is why Faru takes care of most of the errands.
Can we get an address to where they're located? Or where their house is?
Well, if Faru is not at Charnel House 17, I'd guess he's wandered off somewhere. Tormus, Throne knows where he's at. I couldn't tell you if I wanted to. If you bring out gang activity, Toby can read his mind to see if there's any connection to sign. So I'm gonna have to. You're gonna need to roll a charm test in order to not get him suspicious when you do this.
Okay, so how am I gonna bring this up? He's part of the Red Wake?
Walk.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, he is supposedly connected to the Red Walk.
We have reason to believe that the Red Walk is involved in this case. We also know that you are associated with them.
Just doing stuff. Stop it. Stop it. He at this, anyone who wants can roll scrutiny against fellowship. He is going to try and do something. He is going to. Oh man. Oh man. 1, 2. So I really should have rolled that in secret, but I didn't. He's going to try and attempt to disguise the fact that he knows about the Red Walk, and he rolled a 17 against 33. I think Alexis is the only one who has a chance of seeing through that. Well, Ren, I mean. You don't have scrutiny. Well, shit. You really should get that. It's a handy-dandy light detector. Okay. He says, well, oh my, what is that? Some local dastardly gang? Yeah, and takes another swig. Toby, do you want to check the connection inside his head?
Mhm. Shit.
Fate point?
I guess
Did you add your psi focus? You get a plus 10 in the modifier always because of the psi focus.
no, but I still failed.
Yeah, you still fail, but you can reroll and add the 10. Oh man. You didn't roll doubles.
That's the good part, yeah.
Yeah. Whew. So,
Good.
as you search around the mind of Jade Geese, you can find no easy connection between him and the Red Walk, other than the fact that he just heard the word. Also, the alcohol is dulling his mind somewhat. It's hard to move around like molasses. So,
I'd actually like to move, kind of just take a couple steps toward him and, rubbing my mechanical hands together. Mr. Geese, I actually had a question of my own.
And you are? I didn't catch your name.
I am the great Boltavarius Tarvok.
Pleasure, no doubt.
The great.
I mean...
Great pile of shit.
No, that was you. Like...
He's more the average.
Alright, what was your attempt?
I actually had a question about your charnel house. I've noticed it's lacking certain features of others for a much more pure and mechanical look.
Yes, I am quite the pragmatic man. None of the ostentation or dereliction of the other houses. He appears to be deriding the other owners and their charnel houses in that sentence.
I have much respect for you. You seem to have a simple belief such as I. There is no truth in flesh, only betrayal. There is no strength in flesh, only weakness. There is no consistency in flesh, and there is no certainty in it. That is something I respect about your work. But there is something that's been bothering me about these charnel houses.
Oh, and what is that? But he says, pretending to understand a word of what you're saying.
Surely these households are weak, divided. Have you perhaps had thoughts about uniting them under one, well, let us not say monopoly, but let us say a single unified leader?
Roll charm plus 30. Charm.
Rust Bucket's got some moves.
I mean, good role playing gets you bonuses, so that's a thing.
Hope he crits fails.
He's on our team, damn it, no.
Don't jinx it. There you go. Look at Rust Bucket over here.
Rust Bucket, the charm bot.
Now say, do you want to see my cyber dog?
Cyberdog Unibox?
Geese appears quite flattered from this and says, Well, I mean, I can't say that it hasn't never crossed my mind. Once or twice, suppose.
Think about it this way. If someone had moved forward and is starting to remove competition, if we were to remove them, that's even less competition, giving you a chance to step in and fill in the vacuum. Any assistance that you have laid deep within your mind would be great assistance to yourself. In a way to say, let us help us help you gain power. It is what you crave, isn't it?
He sets the glass of Amasex down back to the table and leans forward in his chair, steepling his fingers, saying, While I am not sure which of the houses took him down, there are certain elements within the Gallows Way that might know it.
And do tell.
There is a man, though I hesitate to call him a man anymore, called Coglostock. He is, let me write that down. There you go. He is a former disgraced Medicae from the Apex, who moved down here after some horrible tragedy occurred to one of his patients. He fancies himself as a man who knows things in the Gallows Way. To him, knowledge is power, and he knows the ins and outs of this place, perhaps even better than I do, though I only keep tabs with my sanctuary friends. Former sanctuary friends, he says.
Very interesting. I reach out and place a mechanical hand on his shoulder. You are going to do great things, Mr. Geese. And when you stand as the lord of a minuscule empire, but an empire nonetheless, I want you to remember the name Voltivarius Tarvok.
He nods to himself slowly. That does sound appealing. Now, was there anything else I could help you with? He addresses the entire group at this.
No, I think our questions are done here.
Excellent. I will show you to the door. Excellent. And he leads you back towards the front door. Before he closes it, he says, good luck with your investigation. I hope the perpetrator gets brought to justice.
And you too, Lord Geese.
Like the sound of that. And he closes the door with a grin on his face.
Alright, so Rust Bucket's got a boyfriend?
I'm not even gonna have you roll a pettiness check for that, because you did great things, and they can't touch you right now. I'm not now.
Cog Logstock, was it?
Indeed. Tuttied.
Perhaps we should visit this Medicaid.
Seems like a good enough idea to me.
Well, there still are 2 other houses to visit, if you want to take care of those.
Oh, and Roseless.
Yeah. Yes.
Noticed how I manipulated his lust for power. Be careful you do not fall into the same trappings.
Sure thing.
As you walk back out into the rain, a soaking wet Harlock walks up to you, although his chameleon cloak took the brunt of the rain.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's got cloaks on.
What was that? I didn't catch
I
that.
said he's got a cloak on, so I don't think he would be wet.
I mean, yeah, that's true. The cloak is pouring wet, but yeah. Aside from that, so decision-making time. Do you wanna check the other two charnel houses in the area, or go to this lost duck?
I believe we should probably check these two houses, then make our way to Logstack.
I would agree, but now that his name is in play, as it were, I'm not sure how long he has to live or who has been listening on our conversation.
Best be quick then.
That's a fair point. We'll move with haste.
Agreed.
So, do you want to go to house 38 or house 9?
38.
38. There we go. As you walk along the habways of the Gallows Way, with the shuffling, almost dead people, though they don't look far from it, you see Charnel House 38 and its accompanying residence, which appears closer in form to a nobleman's mansion than any other you have seen. This one having the trappings and finery associated with it, but once again, the rain makes a mess of everything, cutting off whatever veneer of vanity that usually accompanies noblemen's mansions. This would be the residency of one Eris Vlador, who is the owner of House 38, and I will write down her name right here. There you go. So, same tactic.
Okay, guys, let's go over our tactic before we get to the door. I'm going to try to charm our way in, or command our way in. If they demand to see any type of identification, Tobian, I expect you to do what you did before.
Harlock, seeing how last thing went so poorly, or for you that is, do you want to join the group on this time?
Sure. That's a good idea.
Excellent. So, approaching the residency of 38, you see that the wooden door is somewhat of a facade, meaning that it has the look and texture of wood, but that is only because it has been made to look that way. It is quite, it appears to be made out of plastic upon closer inspection. The rain would obviously destroy whatever wood that it would use for housing material.
All right. Knock on the door.
A servant this time answers the door. A younger-looking man, about as deathly pale as the rest of the inhabitants of the Gallows Way, but he appears to be at least fed more than once a day, and has some meat on his bones. He says a bit nervously, yes, how may I assist you, my lady? He says as he straightens down his tailcoat jacket.
We're here to talk to the mistress of this household.
Oh, yes, of course. And who might I be presenting?
My name is Rin Roseless, with the Arbardis.
Bardies.
Arbites.
I know, but that's funnier to say.
Grr. All right. Yes. Is there any specific matter you wish to discuss with the Mistress Vlador?
I cannot say that to you, for our investigational need requires me to talk to your lady.
Roll a deceive plus 40. This should be easy. He's not even gonna roll scrutiny. There you go. Nailed it. As you, he excitedly lets you in and says, "Just a moment. I will inform the lady of your arrival," and moves off with purpose. Inside of the residency, you can see. Ren can notice this because she has the most experience when it comes to this. You see attempts at being impressive. Paintings that appear to be fake, vases that appear to be second-hand or otherwise poorly manufactured, but everything here appears to be giving the veneer of wealth and nobility.
This is cute.
Whoever Mistress Vlador is, she appears to be have quite the aspirations of nobility. You wait a few minutes as you examine the various curios and their poor conditions, and then at the end of a hallway, appears the woman that can only be Lady, quote unquote, Heiress Vlador. She is a tall-looking woman with complete with a wig upon her head, adorned with gaudy jewelry that has been. I'm not sure how to describe what I'm trying to say here because I don't know the words.
Fabulous, got it.
Yeah, trying to look fabulous. But Ren can immediately notice that her dress is somewhat last century.
I'm gonna turn to the group and giggle a little bit, and then turn back with a serious face.
Yes.
I'm just gonna stand there looking confused.
I'm going to smile as schemes continue to boil.
God damn it. I'm not sure I like this new Tarvok. She approaches in her billowing gown and says, "Oh, you must be Lady Roseless. I am Lady Heiress Vlador," and takes an exaggerated bow.
Yes. We're here under the investigation of a murder. Something that you are a suspect in.
Oh, my word. I'll tell you what, my lady. What do you say we discuss this matter over dinner? I was having the table set. I'm sure that the table can be accommodated for you and your men.
Oh, I look towards the group really quickly.
As they talk, I'd like to step forward.
Go ahead.
My dear lady, I am but a humble tech priest, but I do have words for you, if you would allow them.
Oh,
whenever he says humble, I look to whoever's next to me and I do like air quotes where Torvald can't see it.
I just nod to him.
I just roll my eyes.
I like sassy Tarvok. It's just you got to comment on it somewhere.
It's great.
It is great.
Oh man. She responds, "Yes, of course you do, but I'm sure we can discuss the matter over dinner."
Such a matter cannot wait. It is of the utmost importance for you to know.
Oh, I'll tell you what. I will have dinner garments prepared for the rest of the rest of this investigation, and seeing how Lady Roseless appears to be the only one who dressed for the occasion, and we will speak whilst they get ready.
Very well, if it is what pleases you, my lady.
So, she takes out a data wand of some description and waves it in the air, and the servant who opened the door comes running into the room. Yes, my lady, he says, he's standing as straight as he can. Yes, take these take those three gentlemen into the guest room and lay out some clothes for them so they can eat while being presentable. I will discuss matters with Tech Priest. What was it? Did you tell your name? I don't think you gave her your name. Knight?
Hi.
Night crashed.
Uh-oh.
Oh wait, here we go. I intentionally did not give her my name.
Oh, she gestures towards you as she said Tech Priest, asking, implying that she didn't have your name.
I say my name, but I use my lingua techna so that she doesn't understand it.
That doesn't help.
That's the point. I'm keeping my name. There's a reason. There's a reason here. I'm keeping my name off the table.
Give her a fake name then.
It's like the sound of a old computer crashing.
We simply refer to him as Bucket.
Bucket,
and then I just
is that?
sassy walk off.
Oh, Tech Priest Bucket here. Must be a off-world.
Tech Priest Bucket. Yes.
Roll deceive, Alexis. You said it.
Shitty
Plus 20. Plus 10. Actually, plus 20, because it's an easy...
I did it with 20.
Doesn't matter, didn't matter. Oh yeah, she now believes you're alive. Yes, I will be discussing with him. Also, show Lady Roseless to the dining room. And the servant hops too, taking Ren to the dining room and the other three burly men to the guest room to have a change of clothing. So, let's do this in order. Let's do Tarbok first. She, Lady Vlador, leads you up into what appears to be a study of some sort, though it is lacking in books, to say the least. So, and she stands behind her creaky wooden desk and asks plainly, "So, what did you have in mind?"
Tell me, my lady, what do you know of Lord Geese or Mr. Geese?
Oh, that he was that what was he? Oh yes, he was that ex-sanctuary fellow. I think he came into some property due to his oaths and familial relatives dying off. Though I can't say that the man has been doing a good job of running his charnel house.
Indeed, and you are obviously one of many luxuries. You would think that it would draw the envy of those less than you, correct?
Oh, of course they do. Charm plus 40. Holy crap, he's just hitting all of the buttons right now.
I'm assuming we're all listening in on our beads.
You are listening in.
You're just gonna hear a slight giggle from me.
Like, seriously, you don't have charm or anything, but man, are you getting a lot of fate point?
Yep.
There you go. Whew. Barely made it. So, she blushes lightly under her thick makeup, though it's hard to tell. But she says, "Oh, of course, yes, of course. My charnel house is the envy of the others, unlike that ex-sanctuary and that damn lunatics in 5. Actually, no, in 9. I mean, sorry, that lunatic in 9. Oh, he gives me the creeps. The sooner he's dead, the better."
Indeed. Now, what if I were to tell you that through my, as you can see, I'm quite well traveled. From my travels, I have learned that Lord Geese has been thinking about expanding. He wishes to have all the charnel houses under his banner. It's something that has recently come up in his mind.
Oh, that bastard wouldn't dare. He doesn't have what it takes.
And you believe that a single explosive in a auto carriage, one well-placed shot, can shatter an entire dynasty?
Oh, that's nothing like that happens down here. It's just business as usual.
You say that, but you stand from the balcony of luxury. What about those who wish to be the carrion, standing upon the perches, waiting for your fall so they may reek of your carcass?
50 extra XP.
My lady.
No, that was from me. Oh yeah, keep going. Holy crap, this is good.
My lady, if you wish, in all your wisdom, take my advice, prepare for war, eliminate him before he does you.
Roll a charm plus 60. Holy crap, you shouldn't fail this. Like, seriously, he has this woman's number now.
Tarvak, be careful.
Spit on it first. Don't forget the clip.
Damn it, Vig.
What?
Damn it, Vig. I think you moved my thing.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to. I was just adding extra XP.
Damn it!
I was giving you XP for good roleplay. Like, seriously good roleplay. Did you get it? You got it. Whew. She looks somewhat perturbed at this, and she says, "Yes, I think I will. I thank you for the forewarning. Now, shall we retire to the dining room?"
Get more information on Channel House 9.
But now that we've discussed that, there is one last matter. Think about this, my lady. What do you know of Charnel House 9?
9? Huh.
Indeed.
That old fool Keth wouldn't dare to... Okay. He can't possibly do anything. The man is half mad and blind. He can barely leave his own house, let alone take care of his business.
Then perhaps you should blind him with your radiant beauty and have him assimilated into your own organization.
His house is quite run down and dilapidated, though I suppose it could be refurbished. Is that the word?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that works.
Oh,
Renovated.
Renovated, yeah. It could be renovated, I suppose. Yes, I suppose I could.
Tarvak, also ask about artifacts. Remember, we found one at the crime scene.
And lastly, before we leave to engage in fine dining, yes, what do you know? You are a woman of the utmost luxury. What do you know about, about artifacts and curios of the like?
Actually, roll an inquiry for this one against Fellowship. Inquiry Fellowship. I don't know if you have it, but this is very dependent on your roll. Do you have it? You do? Huh, Tarok actually has inquiry. Fancy that.
No modifier?
Plus 20. Well, shit. That doesn't help. So,
Point.
Let him make his own decisions.
do you...
Well, I don't think I'm gonna need to know anything for this, so yeah, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna think
okay.
shit.
Oh, shit. I must say, I'm not sure what you mean. I have quite the curios and other such things down in the parlor, but I'm not sure that's what you're speaking about.
Oh, of course. I would love to see them at some point. Perhaps you would be willing to show me at some point after dinner, of course.
Oh,
You must
of course.
be famished.
Oh, let us retire to the dining room, shall we?
I actually offer my arm to her.
Oh wow. She takes it and holds it strangely. The cold metallic touch is strange. And you walk
Good work.
towards the dining room. Man, Tarwak is doing the business. So, real quick, in the guest room, there is a fancier clothing for you. Think late 18th century gentleman's wear. If you have anything you want to choose from, you can. Otherwise, just say generic clothing.
I want to keep my armor on.
Well,
Gonna be that stubborn asshole.
I was gonna do the same thing.
Well,
Actually, I was gonna be kind of a dick and just sit down and start smoking in the room.
you
the
asshole.
since I have essentially like a body glove or like an under whatever, can I keep that on under? I mean, that's what I do.
You
Anyway.
can switch out of your outside gear into fancier clothing.
Yeah. I don't have something with like not necessarily like a top hat, but a fancy hat. But I want to keep my goggles on. Like they're like the black Riddick goggles. Nobody's ever seen his eyes. I want to keep those on.
Sure, there's a top hat in there. You can have that.
Goddamn right. Fancy as shit.
Let's say you get a dark blue frock coat and some black pants. That sounds right.
And I would like to retain my pistol on my person.
You can. Like, no one is taking your weapons away. The servant is quite frightened at the amount of firepower you guys have.
Well, I can't exactly sit at the table with a big ass rifle in my back. So I'll just keep the sidearm. I'll be respectful.
Oh, well. Jeez. Go figure. So, I'm guessing you other guys are going to be complete assholes and not do anything.
Of course they are.
I am doing something. I'm smoking.
Yeah,
I'll
like a
take
complete
off.
asshole.
I'll take off my stormtrooper helmet.
I will also be partaking in the smoking.
Yay.
Do they have cigars, though? This is a question that must be asked.
I mean, if you ask for one, they may provide one. Depending.
I'll ask for one.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're available.
Do you ask the servant in the guest room if they are available?
Yeah, well, no, ask him
Sure.
if because I'm assuming we saw some type of wine or something on the table or something of the sort. So ask him if they have any tobacco products we can partake in.
Yeah, yes. He explains that cigars will be served after dinner, along
Yes.
with fine amasec. Excellent. So, with the small amount of changes to those assholes over there, and Harlock at least attempting to fit in, you enter into the dining room where Ren is waiting, talking to herself. But you can hear through the microbead.
I'm gonna like finish my sentence with Tarvok and look up at them and just like laugh at Harlock.
I mean, it is strange to say the least. No, to see someone who you've only recognized through his cloak, wearing last century's fashion, his goggles. Yeah, that is a hilarious sight.
I mean, but he is a very well-toned individual, so he looks good as hell. Let's not let's not be mistaken here.
The dress shirt is like a tiny bit too short for you, so it's straining a bit at the buttons. But as long as you don't try anything athletic, you should be fine. As you don't go it long. So
and flex.
Now, do I have to roll a ballistics test for the buttons popping if I decide to flex?
I mean,
anybody? Did they do any damage?
If you aim it, you can.
If I aim my chest, it's like the fembots from Austin Powers.
Yeah, pretty much. Except,
Look, Tarvok decided to go full serious. We need some comedy in this situation.
Yeah, I guess when.
Look, I feel like Harlock needs to be like, the shirt has too many sleeves.
He just ripped the sleeves off.
Yeah.
Oh god, this is great.
I'm good.
Oh man.
What's for dinner? What do we?
So, as the lady of the house, along with the tech priest Tarvok, enter through the dining room doors, hand in hand. Oh my!
I want to elbow Toby and look at him as like, you thinking what I'm thinking happened?
Yeah. A nod back at him.
You know what? To keep in theme, I pull out her chair for her.
Oh man!
Those server arms are good for more than just holding stuff.
I mean, you are living up to your namesake, and by that I mean knight. So, as everyone takes their seat, with Lady Vlador sitting at the head of the table, Tarvok, I'm guessing you're to her right?
Indeed.
Where do people seat themselves?
I'm going
There's
to make an
plenty
effort
of
to
space.
seat left of the lady.
Left
the
of the
house.
lady.
I'm gonna sit
How-
across from her.
I'm gonna be on the opposite side of the table from her. I guess, Alexis, you're sitting right across from her.
Straight across, yes.
Straight across.
So I'll sit to your left.
Okay. I
would
idea.
I would like to be sitting whatever's opposite of the door.
Opposite of the door, that would be in the middle, facing right. You would be 2 seats away from Tarvok, to his right.
I just want Overwatch over the door. That's real simple.
Yeah, you have that now. So, the meals are brought in. I'm actually didn't plan dinner, but imagine there are some.
It's meatloaf.
Continuing the theme, stuffed goose.
Stuff.
There's so much goose involved.
All right,
Everybody just start naming fancy shit. I have no idea. I'm a poor guy. I don't know.
Lobster bisque.
Yeah, some off-world shellfish that has been imported. It appears to have a green tint to it, though that appears. But the lady explains that happens when it is cooked. There is some cooked avians that have been stuffed with fruit. I guess. Man, I'm poor at this. Knight, help me.
Some type of sweet sauce. I don't know.
Yeah.
Either way, we're sitting down to a fancy dinner.
Either way, you're sitting down to a fancy
Like
dinner.
a 19th century fancy dinner.
To break the fourth wall, audience, can you tell that we're all a bunch of poor bastards?
Yeah. Probably. I'm
The fanciest thing I have in my apartment is probably whiskey. That's about it.
Yay.
I have vodka.
I don't know
I
what
get
you're
Jameson.
talking
That's about it.
I have beer.
Hashtag Titan money.
Shut the fuck up.
Okay. Actually, all right. So you
And now
sit
his
down.
house is going to catch fire.
So you sit down to this fancy dinner. Who eats?
I do.
Sure.
I'm actually going to wait until she takes a bite.
Well, yeah. Wait till it starts. I'm not going to be an asshole.
Yeah.
All right. So the lady of the house has her plate served first, and she digs in almost immediately.
Okay, I'll start eating. Why not?
All right. So that was a yes from everyone, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I look at the meal for. Is there any way to tell if it's roofied?
I mean, you can do a common lore, scholastic lore chemistry to try and identify anything.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I have that, right? Because I just have all of them.
You have all of them. Yeah, you just roll a scholastic lore all because you just have
We
that.
do need to speed this up just a bit.
All right, let's go. So, oh yeah, you totally made it. It appears that a chemical of some sort has been imbued into the dinner, though the fact that the lady of the house appears to have the same thing into her food would indicate that whatever it is isn't lethal, or else that would be the winner of the Darwin Awards.
Look, I've seen the Red Wedding. I know how this goes.
Really? You do?
Well, no, I'm just saying, like, I don't know who the cook is all I'm saying.
Let's just put it this way. I'm pretty sure you're not sure what is. I'm speaking to the players now. I'm pretty sure you don't know what's going on here. Going.
I refrain from eating, but I do, and try to focus more on looking at her and just saying compliments to her, trying to keep her in my grasp.
Right. So,
Jesus, you should change your name to freaking White Knight.
that's not that.
No,
Save that
now
for
I'm
later.
just imagining a tech priest with a chin strap.
I'm imagining somebody opening a door and it's a toaster with flowers and a box of chocolates just like taped to it.
Yeah. So, I'm gonna have to require everyone to roll a toughness test. Straight up.
Any modifier? Just straight up.
No modifier. Straight up.
Straight.
No. This will
Toughest
be
stuff.
interesting.
Oh,
Wow.
Pretty fast.
Well, that's pretty great. I'm gonna roll for her now. She failed.
did everybody
She-
pass?
Everybody
Yeah.
passed. Yeah, nice. Tarvok rolled and he didn't even have to. Oh, sorry, I
He's-
should have said that.
He's just on a roll tonight. He's just fucking rolling for this and rolling for that.
Yeah, I mean, he succeeded. He looks tough. So, as dinner drags on, the lady of the house becomes somewhat what's the word?
Pale.
Tripping balls.
No, she becomes. Yeah, actually, she becomes calm and lucid. Actually, is that the exact opposite? Is the and
Is she seeing things?
she roll a scrutiny.
Or would it be more like a morphine thing where you just like you kind of just like
Actually,
just be, I don't want to say loose, but you just kind of like relax.
Toby and Tarvok roll roll for me a Medicaid test.
Straight up.
Oh, and who is the exact option?
Yeah,
Wait,
sure.
since I'm right across from Tarvok, would I count as assist?
I mean,
No.
not really. Not for this.
Okay.
Not for this.
I ain't got it.
Oh man.
What the fuck is this bullshit?
Okay, so Ren got it. Ren got it. Don't worry. So Ren notices that this woman is high as a lightning superiority fighter. Yeah, she appears to have put something a little bit extra into the dinner to try and liven up the occasion, but the servant must have put some tiny doses into yours since you're not feeling a thing. But she leans back in her seat and appears non-responsive.
Tobian, this might be a good chance to examine her mind.
Is it though?
Yeah, I don't think it is, because she might be seeing some shit
Princess,
that's completely irrelevant.
you don't tell me what to do.
Useless.
I am
is
not
still
looking in
alive,
there.
though.
Either way, it gives us a free pass to explore this house. One of us should keep an eye on her, though.
Except for the servants.
I could just cut their throats.
No, we must maintain peace here. There are plans in place.
Creating a power vacuum. Yeah, that's gonna be a mess we're gonna have to deal with later.
Well,
Just
that
pick
is
one
why
side and pull favors. Simple.
It is not something you worry about, sir. I would advise you mind your own business and allow the thinking for me.
Look, I'm sure you
Thinking.
can just ask the servant for a tour of the place and see if you see anything. You don't have to run around stabbing people all the time.
Servant, I require directions to the parlor that the lady spoke of.
In English, he's asking for a tour. Well, not English, but Imperial, whatever.
Low Gothic.
You know what I
Low
mean.
Gothic. He's asking for a tour of the manor.
A servant approaches, not the same one, someone different, and says, yes, the lady will be out for some time. We will carry her to her bedchambers in the meantime. I will show you the house.
Indeed, but I would require that I first stop be the parlor she spoke of.
Indeed, we will make it our first stop.
I'm
So-
gonna get up with the table and follow Tarvok.
Yay. Who isn't following Tarvok?
I'm actually going to follow the woman to the bedchamber.
Oh.
Not like that.
Hold on now, I worked really hard for that.
Look, we didn't hear the sound of power tools, so I don't think.
No, sex with Tarvok sounds like doo-doo, doo-doo, doo-doo.
It just sound like a modem connection noise.
No, it sounds like a USB connecting and disconnecting.
Oh,
The sound of Windows starting up. The da-da-da-da-da.
Actually, I will, since it's my character, it's tick, 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 ding!
Anyway, are we going to stop there for today?
Yeah, this is a good enough cutting point.
Okay, thank you everybody for joining us for another episode of Queen's Court. This episode was enlightening about a certain character's sassy function. And Scrap Bucket has some moves. Anyone else want to say their goodbyes, or am I just doing the whole thing myself?
Oh, you usually do.
Okay, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. I'm Alexis the Eagle Queen. Love you guys. Bye!
relevant picture is posted.
Oh boy.
Relevant picture. Fucking Discord.
This was a more laid back session.
Double session
I
or
like
no?
it.
Yeah, if you want to squeeze one in, or yeah,
Here's the thing: had you picked this on a light tone, so holy crap, what happened to my?
Also, for the love of God, you do not eat food that you don't know who cooked it.
I mean,
listen. I'm the toughest son of a bitch in this group, so I don't give a damn.
hold the phone. What's your toughness?
Let me pull it up. I'm pretty sure I have the highest toughness, just going based off that test. Yeah, mine's 44.
Yeah, Tarrock matches you at 44.
Vig,
Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't want to bring this up, but when I click my little, where it has the player character, I also have something called Cultist Pestilent.
What?
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. That...
I didn't click it.
Yeah.
Well, you probably set the handout to be viewable by everybody.
Anyway, I do
yeah.
have to jet, so I'll talk to you guys later, okay?
Aw.
Later.
Okay.
See ya.
Alright. Bye.
Bye.